listening to the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast with Tony D. Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast, your episodic dose of trivia covering all things video games and nerdy. Now, here's your host, Tony D.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Video Game and Nerd Trivia Podcast. I'm your host, Tony, and on today's episode, we're going to be going over 30 questions broken down into 3 rounds of 10 questions each. And today's topic is going to be music video games. What I mean by that is any games with music as its main gameplay mechanic or rhythm as its main gameplay mechanic. So how it works is I'll ask you a question, give you 5 seconds of silence, and then tell you the answer. Alright, let's play round 1. Question 1. This is a unique rhythm game where players follow the adventures of the titular rapping character as he strives to win over his crush and become a rap master through rhythmic button and timing challenges on the PlayStation 1. Which game is this? This is Parappa the Rapper. Question 2. This is a rhythm violence game where you control a space beetle on the track to face off against giant bosses. It combines fast-paced gameplay with stunning visuals and a pounding soundtrack. This is also available in VR. It also shares its name with a Disney rabbit. What game is this? This is Thumper. Question 3. This is a musical rail shooter where you journey through cyberspace, battling viruses and grooving to the electronic soundtrack. Players' actions produce music, making it an immersive audio-visual experience. This is also available in VR as well as normal gameplay. What game is this? This is Rez. Question 4. This is a series of rhythm-based games like where you control Commander Video and guide him through various challenges, matching his actions to the beat of the chiptune soundtrack. What game is this? This is Bit Trip. Question 5. This is an immersive VR rhythm game that combines lightsabers and electronic dance music. Players slash through blocks to the beat, creating a satisfying fusion of rhythm and lightsaber action. What game is this? This is one of my favorites. I still play to this day. It's Beat Saber. Question 6. This is a music simulation game where players get to use a plastic guitar controller to strum along popular songs. The goal is to achieve high scores by hitting the right notes in time with the music. What game is this? This is Guitar Hero. Question 7. This is a dance simulation game where players follow on-screen choreography to popular songs. It's great for parties and features an extensive library of tracks with a subscription service as well, offering a fun and active experience. You can find this on the Wii, you can find this on the Switch, you can find this on the Microsoft Kinect, many different systems. What game is this? This is Just Dance. Question 8. This is also a dance game and uses motion tracking technology to track players across their dance moves. It offers various dance routines to popular songs and challenges players to mimic the choreography with precision. And this game debuted in 2010 exclusively for the Xbox 360 with the Kinect. What game is this? This is Dance Central. Question 9. This is a karaoke game, and this allows players to sing along to their favorite songs, testing their vocal skills. It includes a wide variety of tracks and provides an enjoyable singing experience, and it also requires a microphone connected to it. This was also published by Konami. What game is this? This is Karaoke Revolution. And question 10. What was the name of the Konami game series in which the player is a DJ and has to press keys and spin a turntable according to the music and graphics on screen? This is Beat Mania. Alright, that was round 1. Let's head into round 2. Question 1. First on the PSP, this is a 4x4 block falling puzzle game where each move you make creates sounds in the music of the game. What game is this? This is Lumines. I played this game so much. It was actually my first game I got on the PlayStation Portable when I got the PSP on launch night. And I swear I spent so many hours on this game. It was so crazy, and I found a trick to it and strategy to keep playing on it like hours and hours without like losing. So very, very fun game. If you can get a copy and just try it out. Question 2. When Guitar Hero was no longer developed by Harmonix, it was handed off to a developer best known for their Tony Hawk game series. What was the name of the new developer? This was Neversoft. Question 3. In this VR game, you use a gun to kill enemies to the rhythm of the music. The game is a rail shooter and it makes you feel like you're John Wick. What game is this? This is Pistol Whip. Question 4. What is the name of the arcade game where you have to press 4 different oversized piano keys in sequence on the screen both quickly and accurately to achieve points and tickets? Hint, there are also many mobile games versions of this as well. This is called Grand Piano Keys. I love playing this at Dave & Buster's and Round 1. Really, really fun game. Question 5. Harmonix eventually developed another music game that was very similar and competed against Guitar Hero, but expanded to include more instruments and even singing. What game series was this? This was Rock Band. Question 6. Who published the original Guitar Hero games? This was Red Octane. This game was developed by Harmonix but published by Red Octane, and then Activision acquired them in 2006. Question 7. This is a first-person shooter. In this game, all your actions are tied to the beat of the music. Your enemies perform dance-like sequences of attacks to epic rock opera music. Your goal is to reach the end of randomly generated dungeons, collecting different weapons, abilities, and items each time you play. You must defeat 7 bosses to reach the final boss. What game is this? This is BPM Beats Per Minute. Question 8. This is a music-based rhythm game where players guide a group of secret agents in rhythmic missions. Tapping the screen in sync with popular songs helps the agents solve various problems, making an entertaining blend of music and storytelling. What game is this? This is Elite Beat Agents. Question 9. This game is a rhythm-based adventure game that pays homage to classic video games. Players embark on a nostalgic journey through various game-inspired worlds, each with unique sets of visuals, music, and challenges. The game's unique blend of rhythm-based gameplay and retro visuals creates an engaging and entertaining experience for players of all ages. I actually played this game on the Nintendo Switch. What game is this? This is Old School Musical, or OSM. And question 10. In the game Sound Shapes, what is the primary gameplay mechanic allowing players to create and manipulate music while navigating through levels? That would be collecting musical notes. Alright, let's head into the last round here, round 3. Question 1. This is a visually stunning rhythm shooter that transports players into a futuristic and ethereal world. It's considered a musical rail shooter and it's developed by Q Entertainment, published by Ubisoft, and published in 2011. What game is this? This is Child of Eden. Question 2. In this game, players interact with a mysterious, enigmatic creature or character who resides in a secluded castle. To process through the game's story, players must play the piano, hitting notes in time with music, and as they do so, they uncover more stuff about the character's past and the world that he inhabits, creating an emotional and immersive gaming experience. This game is available both on console and on mobile. What game is this? This is Demo. I actually played this game on my phone and it's really interesting, and the guy is a little bit creepy, but is really interesting. Question 3. This game is a rhythm-based dungeon crawler where players explore procedurally generated dungeons, moving and fighting to the beat of the music, and your character's name is Cadence, and you fight monsters and collect treasures. This game has action and roguelike elements for unique and engaging experiences. What game is this? This is Crypt of the Necrodancer. Question 4. This is an indie adventure game where players control a cheerful bard who embarks on a whimsical musical quest to save the world. Singing is your primary tool for interactions, solving puzzles, and engaging with colorful characters you meet. What game is this? This is a Wander Song. Question 5. This is a rhythm game that challenges players to click, slide, and spin in time with the beat of various music tracks. It offers user-generated content and wide ranges of difficulty, making it accessible to beginners and experienced players. This is free to play, and it's primarily developed, published, and created by Dean Pepe Herbert. What game is this? This is Osu. Question 6. This is a unique rhythm-based strategy game where players lead a tribe on their quest, and drumming is the core mechanic. By creating drum sequences, you command your tribe to move, attack, and defend in this charming and quirky world. What game is this? This is Patapon. Question 7. This game is a crossover of Crypt of the Necrodancer with The Legend of Zelda, combining rhythm-based movement and fighting mechanics with elements reminiscent of earlier games in the Zelda franchise. It's developed by Brace Yourself Games and published by Nintendo. What game is this? This is Cadence of Hyrule. Question 8. In the game Old School Musical, it features two main characters on a quest to rescue a kidnapped member of their family. What were the names of the main characters? They were Tib and Rob. Question 9. This is a rhythm game developed by Harmonix and published by NC Soft. It was released on November 10th, 2020 for Windows, Switch, PS4, and Xbox One. It allows players to create DJ mixes from a number of licensed musical tracks, awarding the player for synchronized changes of tracks. What game is this? This is Fuser. And finally, question 10. What game's title is a reference to a traditional Japanese taiko drum, and players must strike the drum in time with the notes to complete challenges? This is Taiko no Tatsujin. Alright, that was the end of the episode. There are so many music and rhythm games, and me being a musician myself, I really love these games. There's just something satisfying about like using my music knowledge and music experience to play through these games a little bit more successfully, and I feel like I have a slight advantage because I know music. So it's really fun. You should try some of these games out. I think I already commented about a few of the games I did play. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode and got some good recommendations of games out of it too. If you like this episode and if you like the podcast, please rate us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. It really helps reach more people. And thank you again so much for listening. Again, you can always reach out to me by emailing me at vgnzpodcast@gmail.com, and I'll give you a shout out in a future episode. But thank you so much for listening, and until next time, trivia on.